And we are live. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the chat. Give a few minutes for some people to get in here, and then we'll start talking about the future. All right, we got 2 viewers so far. Get a couple more in here, and then we'll start chatting. Let's see. 3 viewers now. All right, so this live stream, we're going to be talking about specifics. Like I've been talking about for a while, certain things that I want to do on this channel, what I'm going to be doing on Twitch, what we're going to be doing going forward. And I want to take this opportunity to go into more details about that, to be specific about that. Okay, so as far as Twitch goes, I am going to be doing my first live stream on Twitch next Friday, October 5th. And I'm going to be doing it at 10 a.m. next Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. Basically, next Friday at this exact same time over on Twitch. And of course, I'll put out a video 15 minutes before we start streaming on Twitch, announcing, that the live stream's about to go up. So that is when we're going to start doing stuff on Twitch. Let's see. Rai Sora says, "Hey ZJ." Hey Rai Sora. And Red Bandit says, "Hey, how have things been since your dad died?" It's still been really tough. It's been really tough. Grieving for him, the mourning process, it's hard. And it's just all the paperwork you got to do, life insurance policies and, all this other stuff, dealing with, his, stuff that he left unfinished, things like that. It's exhausting. It really is. And that is one reason why I'm doing the live stream next Friday, that I'm going to start Twitch next Friday, because hopefully by next Friday, I should have a lot of this stuff done. I should have a lot of this stuff figured out, and I can try and get back to some sense of normalcy. Also, this was the first week that I've been back to school since my dad died, and I've been trying to get caught up with that. But hopefully, by next week, I should be caught up with my schoolwork. Anyways, Critical Drive 7 says, "Hey, how you doing, Critical Drive?" So yeah, like I said, Twitch. We are going to start streaming on Twitch next Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. Basically the same time that this live stream started. Next Friday at this exact same time, that's when we're going to be streaming on Twitch. And I will put up a video 15 minutes before we start streaming to announce that we're about to go live on Twitch. I will put up a video here on YouTube announcing that we're about to go live on Twitch at 10 a.m. next Friday. So, yeah. But I think what we're going to do next week on Twitch for the first live stream is probably we're going to stream for a couple of hours, probably from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And next week's stream, since it's the first stream that we're doing on Twitch, it's probably just going to be mostly a test stream, just figuring out, different settings that I need to make, volume adjustments, things like that. Seeing how well, that the software runs, Elgato and everything else. Um, stuff like that. As for what I will be streaming next week, probably some Kingdom Hearts, and probably I would say I might stream some Spider-Man. Because I do have Spider-Man. I just recently bought it. Actually, I bought it yesterday. I got Spider-Man yesterday. I haven't played it yet, but we'll probably stream some Spider-Man next week as well. But we're really just going to be, testing how it works, seeing if we got a good quality stream going, seeing if, all the software is working right, if all the hardware is working right, if everything's syncing up right. So we're going to have a big 2-hour test stream next week, next Friday at 10 a.m. over on Twitch. Let's see. Rai Sora says, did you know that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have two theme songs in Kingdom Hearts 3? One's Face My Fear, and the other one is in English. I think it's called Oath, I believe. Yeah, I did hear about that. And it's kind of weird because, usually like we're used to just having Utada Hikaru sing the theme song for Kingdom Hearts 3. But apparently this other theme song called Face My Fears, apparently it's going to be sung by Skrillex, I think is his name. I'm fine with that. If I would have to guess, though, I would have to say probably the Utada Hikaru theme song that we've heard so far, Oath, or I think it's called in Japan, I think it's called Chikai. I would say that's probably going to be the ending theme for Kingdom Hearts 3, I would assume. The song that plays during the credits. And probably the Skrillex song is probably going to be the opening theme to the game because, again, I'm not too familiar with Skrillex, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't his songs more, it has more of a, I'm trying to think of the right word to use. It's more fast paced. It's more like what you would expect from a Kingdom Hearts opening song. More in the same vein as Simple and Clean and Sanctuary, the opening versions of those songs. I think his songs are more in that vein. So I would assume that his song, Face My Fears, is probably going to be the opening of Kingdom Hearts 3. And Utada Hikaru's song is probably going to be the credits theme to Kingdom Hearts 3. Or maybe they'll do a combination of both. I don't know. But I am really interested in hearing this new song. I want to hear what it sounds like. I'm hoping that maybe at Paris Games Week, and I think Paris Games Week is in October, if I'm not mistaken. Might be November, but I think it's in October. I'm hoping at Paris Games Week, we're actually going to get the opening of Kingdom Hearts 3 because, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe back before Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep came out, they actually revealed the opening of Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep at Paris Games Week prior to the game's release. So, that being said, could be a similar situation with Kingdom Hearts, where at Paris Games Week this year, we actually get the opening for Kingdom Hearts 3. That I think would be really, really cool. So I hope we're going to be getting that in October at Paris Games Week. If not Paris Games Week, then maybe PlayStation Experience, Video Game Awards, or Jump Festa. Critical Drive 7 says, I definitely consider Spider-Man to be my game of the year. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, from what I've actually seen some of the Spider-Man game online, and it looks really, really cool. So I can't wait to play it. But yeah, I think next week we're going to stream some Kingdom Hearts. We're going to stream some Spider-Man next week. And probably after that, if everything goes well, if, the stream is working really well, if we get all the adjustments that we need to make to the volume settings and, everything else, if everything goes well, then we will start the road to Kingdom Hearts 3 sometime next month in October. And, we'll start live streaming Kingdom Hearts 1, then we'll go to Chain of Memories. And I don't know how we're going to handle 358 over 2 days. I mean, I don't really have the technology to stream it from the DS, so we may just like watch the cinematics on the HD 1.5 disc together. I don't know, maybe something like that. Same thing with Recoded. And of course, we'll play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. We'll play Birth by Sleep Final Mix. We might watch back cover, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross back cover. Play Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep 0.2. And hopefully we will get all of that done before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Hopefully. But anyways, that is the plan for Twitch right now. Now, as far as everything else goes, I am working on some new discussion videos. I'm writing out the script for some stuff. I'll be putting that out soon. Also, let me get a sip of water real quick. Okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm working on some discussion videos. I'm writing out the scripts for that right now. Hopefully those will go into production next week. And I am still trying to get this whole weekly or bi-weekly Kingdom Hearts podcast thing going. That's taking a little bit longer than I would hope, but I'm hoping we can get that done sometime next month as well, sometime in October. So October is really going to be when I get back into the swing of things. Hopefully. That's my plan right now. But that's where we are. Red Bandit says, are you going to have a face cam? Yes. On Twitch, yes, I am going to have a face cam. From what I hear, if you have a face cam and you're streaming on Twitch, you're more likely to be successful. So yes, I will have a face cam. Yeah. And I've shown my face on camera a few times on the old channel. Like when I would do live reactions to the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, like I would have my face over off in the corner. So it'll probably be something like that on Twitch as well. Let's see. Rai Sora says, did you know that they're having a Kingdom Hearts special event for the game in Japan and called the Light and Darkness Tower? I knew they were having some kind of special event for Kingdom Hearts 3 in Japan, but what do you mean by the Light and Darkness Tower? Like, what is that? Elaborate. Critical Drive 7 says, out of curiosity, do you think that Sora would be in Smash Brothers? Well, didn't someone from Square come out recently and actually responded to someone's tweet on Twitter that, like someone tweeted Sora in Smash and someone from Square tweeted back, yes. So that tells me that Square Enix is at least interested in the idea. They would obviously have to talk to Nintendo about it. And I think more importantly, they would have to talk to Disney about it because Disney is a part of Kingdom Hearts. So I would assume if they're going to have Sora and Smash Brothers, Disney would have to be involved in this decision. But honestly, I think Nintendo would be cool with it because Nintendo let Cloud into Smash Brothers and Cloud is a Square Enix character. So I think Nintendo would be fine with Sora being in Smash Brothers. I think Square Enix, with this recent tweet, I think that they also would be interested in having Sora and Smash Brothers. I think the unknown factor here, I think, is Disney. I think we have to find out, what does Disney want? Would Disney be okay with Sora being in Smash Brothers? So, yes, I would love to see Sora in Smash Brothers. I think it is possible, but I think it all really hinges on whether Disney wants it to happen or not. If Disney doesn't want it to happen, then Square Enix is not going to go through with it. I mean, I don't think Square Enix is going to, ruin their relationship with Disney just to put Sora in Smash Brothers. But if Disney's okay with it, then I think it will happen eventually if Disney is okay with it. Sora Simple and Clean says, I just woke up. And Sora Simple and Clean also says it was Tai Yasu, or however you spell his name. Yeah. Tai Yasua. Yeah, that is who tweeted it. I could not remember his name. I wanted to say Hajime Tabata, but no. I need to get Hajime Tabata out of my head. All right. Final Fantasy 15 traumatized me. All right. Forget Tabata. But yeah, Tai Yasui. Yeah, that was the guy that tweeted it out. And I love Tai Yasui. He is so good about connecting with the fans. Nomura is a bit of a recluse. I don't know if you guys know that, but Tetsuya Nomura is more on the shy side. He's more shy, he's more withdrawn and more recluse. He doesn't really like public events. He doesn't really like getting out there. If you guys watch the Tokyo Game Show live streams that they had with the special Kingdom Hearts 3 events, and by the way, we'll talk about that in just a second, but Tetsuya Nomura was not actually present at the event. He was, they were able to talk to him through a phone call, and that is something very Nomura-like, because again, Nomura, he does not like big events. He does not like public events. He doesn't like getting out there that much. He would much rather talk over the phone or something like that. But Tai Yasue, he is more public. He is more expressive. He is more outgoing. He does like to connect with the fans. And I'm glad that Tai Yasue and Tetsuya Nomura work together, because Tetsuya Nomura has all these crazy ideas that he puts into Kingdom Hearts that I absolutely love. I love I love his imagination. Then you have Tai Yasue, who is also, more of the ambassador between the fans and Square Enix. And that, I think, really balances each other out. I think Nomura, his creativity and imagination, and Tai Yasua's, communication skills, I think that relationship between them, I think it balances each other out. And I really like Tai Yasue. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about that Tokyo Game Show live stream. Real quick, Red Bandit says, something I've been thinking about, instead of Data Riku being in Big Hero 6, it could actually be Ansem Riku. Because of the whole time travel thing. I see where you're going, but I don't think it is. I mean, we have the bug blocks in Big Hero 6, and those are clearly the bug blocks from Recoded. So I think because of that, I think it has to be Data Riku. I think it does. Ansem Riku, I would say, is a possibility if it wasn't for the bug blocks being in the Big Hero 6 world. Because the bug blocks are there, I'm pretty sure it's Data Riku. But anyways, let's talk about the Tokyo Game Show live stream. So this was unexpected. There was a lot of unexpected stuff in those live streams. Number one, we got to see the full Toy Story demo. We got to see the boss fight with the Heartless doll in the Toy Story world. That was so incredibly creepy. What the hell was that, Square? Seriously, what kind of nightmare did Tetsuya Nomura have to come up with that thing? Oh my god, dude. Yo, that boss fight was creepy. I assume most of you guys, if not all of you, have seen it at this point, but that Heartless doll boss fight, good. The way that thing moved, the way that its eyes looked, it was just so off-putting, so creepy. But yeah, I thought that was cool, and I'm actually surprised that Square Enix actually showed that off, because when they first premiered the Toy Story demo, back in, I think it was back in May. And then, of course, it was at E3 and it's been at a bunch of other gaming events. They have been real secretive about showing off the boss fights for the worlds, with the exception of the Rock Titan. But like especially when it came to the Toy Story world, like they were very particular about not showing off the boss fight with the doll. I mean, we all knew that the doll was a boss fight because people had come out from the event and had told us so, and there was also that leaked image of the doll from the back of its head. Um, but Square Enix was being very secretive about that boss fight, and I don't really know why. There's not really anything spoilery about the boss fight. It's just a doll that is a heartless. I mean, that's it. It's a heartless doll. It's very creepy. It's very nightmare inducing. And I remember when I was watching it, when I was watching that live stream, and that thing first popped up and was looking through the dollhouse window at Donald, I was like, what the heck is this demonic looking thing? Because I mean, it was a freaking demonic heartless doll. It was creepy. Um, but that I thought was cool. We also got some more gameplay of the Frozen world. And basically, it's the mini game where you are on Goofy's shield and you're like snowboarding down the mountain in the Frozen world. That I thought was really cool. That I thought was really cool. And then at the end of the snowboarding section, there is actually a fight with some dragon heartless. They kind of look like the wyverns from Kingdom Hearts 1 that you fight in Hollow Bastion, but like an ice version of the wyverns, like a skeletal ice version of them. And they looked really, really cool. And also, I really like that segment of the Frozen world gameplay because it showed off. I think that was like the best example of like Kingdom Hearts. Excuse me. I think it was like the best example of Kingdom Hearts 3 combat that we have seen so far. I don't know about you guys, but from that gameplay that we saw the Frozen world, I didn't see any floatiness in the combat. I really didn't. Because we had floatiness in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, but I didn't see any floatiness in that particular segment of gameplay. I didn't see any floatiness. I saw a very intrinsic combat system. The one thing that I would probably criticize about it is that it seemed to rely a little too much on situation commands. That was about the only thing that I really could critique about it. But other than that, I mean, it looked great. I mean, it really did. Now, is Kingdom Hearts 3 going to overcome? Is it going to be better than the combat system of Kingdom Hearts 2? I don't know. I really don't know. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 has one of the best combat systems, has one of the most polished combat systems that I've seen in any game, period. So for Kingdom Hearts 3 to have a combat system that is as good and as polished as Kingdom Hearts 2, that's going to be tough. But I really liked what I saw of Kingdom Hearts 3 from the Tokyo Game Show. The combat to me, especially that combat that we got in the Frozen world, that looks freaking awesome. That looks really, really good. And I can't wait to play this game. I cannot wait to play this game. Let me look at the comments real quick. Red Bandit says there's a boss fight between Sora and Aqua. Yes. I was about to get to that. I wanted to read the comments first before I got to that because I have a lot to say about it. Let me read the other comments first, and then I'll talk about the Aqua and Sora boss fight. Rai Sora says, I know how you feel. My grandmother has dolls all around her house, and I'm living in it. Yeah, dolls has always been something that's personally creeped me out. There's just certain kinds of dolls that are just like, get that away from me. No. Let's see. Rai Sora says, how did you like the snowman assisting Sora? You mean Marshmallow? Cool, I guess, but I'd rather have Elsa. I'll just be honest. I would rather have Elsa as a party member than Marshmallow. I mean, it's cool, but again, Elsa would be better. Sora Simple and Clean says they will come for you. I hope not. Rai Sora says Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game of all time. Mine too. Well, let me be specific. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game of all time. Let's see. Critical Drive 7 says, any hope for a Final Fantasy cameo in a new trailer? Yes, I do think we're going to get a Final Fantasy cameo showing up in a trailer at some point. Exactly when that will happen, I do not know. But I do think we will see a Final Fantasy character relatively soon. Maybe at Paris Games Week, possibly. But if not, then because Paris Games Week is like the only event I can think of that's upcoming. That's coming relatively soon. So Paris Games Week, and then I think after that, all of the other gaming events are in December, which are PlayStation Experience, Video Game Awards, and Jump Festa. In fact, I would not be surprised since Jump Festa is more of a hardcore thing, like with the Japanese fans. Jump Festa is more Japanese oriented. It's more like Jump Festa usually does not get mainstream coverage, here in America. Jump Festa is one of those things that, is really for the anime fans and for the Japanese video game fans. You know what I mean? So Jump Festa, I could see being a very likely place that they would reveal the Final Fantasy characters. That I could see being very likely. Okay, so now that I got through some more of the comments, let me talk about the boss fight between Sora and Aqua. Holy crap. Yo. What? What? Yo. Aqua versus Sora. And not just Aqua versus Sora, but Sora by himself without Donald and Goofy. Sora solo versus Aqua. Wow. Okay. Yo. We've got to talk about this. When I saw this, I knew, because I was laying in bed watching this live stream on my laptop. And when I saw this Aqua Sora boss fight, I nearly jumped out of my bed in excitement. That was like, yo. Unexpected. I did not see this coming. Because in all of the trailers, it looked like it was going to be Riku versus Aqua. Riku and King Mickey versus Aqua. But no, it's Sora versus Aqua. That is shocking. That is really shocking. How does Sora get into the realm of darkness? It could have something to do with him finding the Master Keeper on Destiny Islands, possibly. But regardless, at some point, he's getting into the realm of darkness, and he's going to fight Aqua 1v1. And again, just to comment on the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3, that boss fight, just the little snippet that we got of that boss fight, gave me so much hope in the combat for Kingdom Hearts 3, because it looked like a boss fight from Kingdom Hearts 2. I saw the boss being staggered. I saw the boss countering attacks. I saw, it looked like Kingdom Hearts 2. It looked like a Kingdom Hearts 2 boss fight, except prettier, obviously. That gives me hope for the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3, because one thing I will say about Kingdom Hearts combat, the best way to judge Kingdom Hearts combat is to look at the boss fights. I don't really care how the gameplay performs against regular Heartless. That's whatever. Where Kingdom Hearts' gameplay shines is in the boss fights. And that Aqua boss fight looks so good. Oh my God. And not just from a gameplay standpoint, but also from a theatrical standpoint, from a presentation standpoint. You have Sora and Aqua fighting in the realm of darkness on top of the water at the Dark Margin. Dude, that is such an epic setting. That is such an epic setting for this boss fight. And I also like with the boss fights how there's no transition from like cutscene to boss fight. Like if you looked at the Toy Story gameplay that they showed off and you look at the Aqua boss fight, it goes straight from the cutscene to the boss fight. There's no little load screen, there's no fade to black. It's just cutscene, boss fight. Seamless. That is cool. I love that. I love that. It adds so much to the presentation of this game. Now, what does this mean from a story standpoint? If you guys remember, I forget which trailer it was. It was either the short Big Hero 6 trailer or it was the long version of the Big Hero 6 trailer, but it was in one of those trailers. They show off Sora reaching out his hand to Aqua as she's falling in the water. Like you see Aqua and Sora reaching out their hands to one another. Now, that was in the opening of Birth by Sleep 0.2, but we saw it recently in the trailers. That's also going to be a cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 3. Here's what I think. I think that this boss fight takes place before that cutscene. I think Sora ends up defeating Aqua, ends up freeing her from Xehanort's control. Then Aqua falls into the water at the Dark Margin, and then that cutscene plays with Sora reaching his hand into the water to grab Aqua's hand and pull her out from the water. I think that cutscene with Sora reaching his hand out to Aqua takes place after this boss fight, which to me says that we are going to save Aqua. Aqua will be saved at some point in this game. Sora is going to defeat Aqua, free her from Xehanort's control, and in fact, freeing Aqua from Xehanort's control will show us how to free anyone from Xehanort's control. So that may lead to us being able to free Terra or being able to free any of the other characters that are under Xehanort's control. But regardless, it was cool and it was so unexpected. I mean, I to a certain extent, I almost wish that they didn't show this boss fight. Because to me, like, people have always been worried about them spoiling too much when it comes to trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I haven't felt that up until this point. I thought that everything they've showed off has been fine. I was surprised that they actually showed off Roxas and Master Xehanort in a trailer, because I thought Roxas and Master Xehanort were going to be something that they saved for when the game came out, when the game released. So Master Xehanort and Roxas showing up in a trailer, that was shocking. But I think this Aqua versus Sora boss fight, to me, it was kind of spoilerish. It was spoilerish because it was like, yo, so Riku's not going to fight Aqua. Mickey's not going to fight Aqua. It's going to be Sora. I didn't know if that was going to happen or not. And now we do know it's going to happen. And I don't know. To me, it just felt like it may have been a bit too much. It may have been a bit too much. So I kind of wish they hadn't shown off the Aqua versus Sora boss fight. But that being said, it was still really, really cool. And it got me really, really hyped and excited. So it was awesome. Sora Simple and Clean says, I think Square should hold back on showing too many trailers, especially since the last trailer was honestly the most perfect trailer. Yes, the last Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, without a doubt, was the best Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that we've gotten so far. Absolutely. Red Bandit says, the fact that Donald and Goofy aren't there makes me think that it's a secret boss fight. I don't think it's a secret boss fight. Because that would be implying that, saving Aqua is a side mission, like a side thing that's not necessary to finish the game. Because that's what secret boss fights are. They're not necessary to finish the game. So I don't think it's a secret boss fight. I just think something happened to Donald and Goofy before we actually see the boss fight take place that, incapacitates them. It makes it unable for them to join the battle. That's what I think. Rai Sora says, I think I know how Sora got into the realm of darkness, but I'm saving that for future streaming. All right. Okay. Sounds cool. It's something that I have to think on too. I mean, it could be Master Keeper that could get him to the Realm of Darkness. Um, I've heard some people say that the door to the secret place in Destiny Islands that's actually connected to the Realm of Darkness. Who knows? I mean, that is where Mickey found the Kingdom Key D in Birth by Sleep 0.2 when Destiny Islands was in the Realm of Darkness. Um, but anyways, I want to go back to Sora Simple and Clean's comment about them showing off too many trailers. If we think about what's left to be revealed in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm assuming that we have at least 2 more Disney worlds that need to be showed off. One of them's probably going to be Jungle Book, and the other one, I don't know what it's going to be. I think Lilo and Stitch would make a lot of sense, but it could be anything, to be honest with you. But I think Jungle Book has to be one of the Disney worlds that's left to be revealed. But I think we have to get 2 more trailers for that. We have to get a Jungle Book trailer, and then we have to get a trailer showing off another Disney world. And again, that could happen at Paris Games Week, or it could also happen at Video Game Awards show, or possibly PlayStation Experience. And let me get another sip of water. So I think we have to get at least 2 more trailers. One showing off Jungle Book, the other one showing off another Disney World. Because I think we have at least 2 more Disney Worlds. Because let me count this up real quick. Hold on a second. Olympus, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Frozen, Tangled, Pirates of the Caribbean, Big Hero 6. That's 7 Disney Worlds. I think there's going to be at least 9 Disney Worlds, possibly 10. No more than 10, but at least 9. So I think we have at least 2 more Disney Worlds. Because the way that Nomura described it is that when it comes to the Disney Worlds, there's going to be like 3 sections. A beginning section of Disney Worlds, a middle section of Disney Worlds, and an ending section of Disney Worlds. So there's going to be 3 sections of Disney Worlds, and I'm going to assume that there's at least 3 Disney Worlds in each section. So 3 times 3, that would be 9 Disney Worlds. So I think bare minimum, we're going to be getting 9 Disney Worlds. We have 7 so far. I think we have 2 more. So I think we have to get 2 more trailers to show off those Disney Worlds. And then I think we have to get a final trailer that will kind of, be like the hype trailer, like the trailer that comes out before the game is released. And that's probably going to be at Jump Festa, because that's the last major gaming event before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, is Jump Festa. So that's probably going to be at Jump Festa. And that's probably going to have a little bit of every Disney World that we've seen so far. That'll probably be the longest trailer that we get. And that's going to be like the one that really builds up the hype going into the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. So I would assume the next Disney World is probably going to be revealed either at Paris Games Week, or it'll be revealed at the PlayStation Experience or the Video Game Awards show. So I think, okay, so basically I think we have at least 3 more trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3. 3 more trailers. At least. Possibly 4, but I think we have at least 3 more trailers that are coming for Kingdom Hearts 3 before the game comes out. Let's see. Critical Drive 7 says, what do you think will be inside the box? Hell, I don't know. Yo, isn't that the question on everyone's minds? Even the Seekers of Darkness. Like, Luxord straight out admitted in the recent trailer, he said, we don't even know what's in the box. Like, we're looking for this box. We have no idea what's in there. Xehanort may not even know what's inside of the box. So I mean, I've heard so many theories. I've heard that it's the shattered pieces of the Keyblade. Um, we know like the 7 lights from the Keyblade, the original Keyblade, went to the 7 Princesses of Heart. Maybe the 13 pieces of darkness that came from the Keyblade, maybe those are inside of the box. Who knows? I've heard people say that the Master of Masters put his heart inside of the box, so his heart is in the box, and when the box is open, the Master of Masters will be revived or something. I don't know. I have I have no idea what's inside that box. I cannot even begin to guess. Whatever it is, I think it's going to. I think the purpose of the black box in Kingdom Hearts 3 is to tie into the next saga. I think the black box is going to be the bridge that leads to the next saga. It's going to bridge the gap between the Xehanort saga and Kingdom Hearts 4. That's what the black box is. I think it's set up for the next saga. Red Bandit says, I was thinking that it was Phantom Aqua. I've heard the theory that I have heard the theory that the Aqua in the realm of darkness, the Aqua that Riku and Mickey confront, the dark Aqua that Sora is fighting. I have heard the theory that it's not really Aqua, that it's actually a Phantom Aqua, like what we saw in Birth by Sleep 0.2. I've heard that theory. I don't think that's the case though, because they actually asked at the Tokyo Game Show when they were having this panel and they had Tetsuya Nomura on the phone. They actually asked Tetsuya Nomura, like what's going on with Aqua? Is she just possessed by the darkness? Is she controlled by Xehanort? And Nomura was vague about it, but one thing that seemed clear to me from the way he talked about it, this is the real Aqua, because he says that Aqua has fallen to the darkness and that it's really unfortunate. So if it was just a Phantom Aqua, if it was just a fake Aqua, Nomura wouldn't be talking like that. The way he talked is that, it's unfortunate that Aqua, the real Aqua, fell to the darkness. That's the way he talked about it. So from the way that Nomura has talked and some of the Square Enix representatives have talked, to me, I think it's the real Aqua. It's the real Aqua. I don't think it's a Phantom Aqua. Red Bandit says, and Nomura has said that his favorite character or his favorite world has not been revealed yet. I think Nomura said his favorite world is the final world, didn't he? I think he recently came out and said that his favorite world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be the final world, so we probably won't see it. In fact, we've already seen the Keyblade Graveyard in the Tokyo Game Show trailers, the Big Hero 6 trailers. We've seen the Keyblade Graveyard. So that tells me that Keyblade Graveyard is not the final world. A lot of people were speculating that Keyblade Graveyard would be the final world of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think we're going to see the final world until we play the game. And yeah, I think Nomura said that his favorite world is actually the final world. So I'm really interested to see what the final world is. I personally think that it's either the city that we see on the box art of Kingdom Hearts 3, with the clock tower and everything. I think it's either that is the final world, or I think the final world is actually the true Kingdom Hearts. And we're going to go inside of the true Kingdom Hearts itself. And that's going to be the final world. I think it's one of those two possibilities. Anyways, let's see. Red Bandit says, my theory is that the Book of Prophecies is inside the box. But no, see, I don't, like, I see where you're going because Maleficent is looking for the Book of Prophecies. And if the Book of Prophecies is in the black box, it makes sense because it would make sense for why she's looking for the black box, because the Book of Prophecies is inside of the black box. But my problem with that theory is that if you look at Kingdom Hearts back cover, Lushu, like the Master of Masters, told Lushu what was inside of the box. And Lushu was really surprised. Now, Lushu was aware of the Book of Prophecies, obviously. He was an apprentice of the Master of Masters. Like all the other foretellers, Lushu was very much aware of the Book of Prophecy. But going off of that, if Lushu is aware of the Book of Prophecies, I don't think he would be surprised or as shocked that a Book of Prophecy was also in the black box. So just based on how Lushu reacted to what the Master of Masters told him was in the black box, I don't think it's the Book of Prophecies, because I don't think that would surprise Lushu. I think whatever is inside of the black box, I think is going to be so game changing to the Kingdom Hearts series. I think that once that box is open, what's ever inside of that box is going to completely revolutionize the series as we know it. Because I'm expecting going into Kingdom Hearts 4, going into the next saga, I think there's going to be a lot of changes to the series in terms of its formula. Like, for example, let's just say that Master Xehanort succeeds in bringing the true Kingdom Hearts back to the realm of light. If that happens, then according to legend, all the worlds are going to become one again. So it may be very, very likely that in Kingdom Hearts 4 and that in the next saga, like the worlds are no longer separated. They're all connected to one another. It's not like you go in the gummy ship, you fly to a world, and that world is just cut off from every other world. No, in the next saga, it could very much be the case that all the worlds are connected and it's just one gigantic open world with like one section being based on this Disney movie, another section being based on that Disney movie. I don't know, but I'm expecting a lot of changes to the series as we know it to come after Kingdom Hearts 3. And I think the black box, whatever is inside of the black box, is going to be a part of really revolutionizing the series and the universe of Kingdom Hearts for the next saga. I really believe that. Rai Sora says, do you think the lightning will assist Sora in the battle with Terra's body? What do you mean? Are you talking about lightning from Final Fantasy 13? I don't. Oh, I think you meant to put Lingering Will. I think you're talking about Lingering Will. Do I think that Lingering Will assist Sora in the battle with Terra's body? I do think Lingering Will is going to come into play at some point in Kingdom Hearts 3. I do think Lingering Will is going to be an essential component of possibly rescuing Terra if Terra can be rescued. Now, you guys should know that I did a video on my own channel where I talked about what's going to happen to Terra. I don't think we're going to rescue Terra. I think Terra is going to end up sacrificing himself to stop Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think the one character that is most likely to die in Kingdom Hearts 3 is Terra. So, that being said, if I'm wrong and Terra is saved, if Terra can be saved in Kingdom Hearts 3, then yes, I think the Lingering will play a part in saving Terra, but I don't think we're going to save Terra. I really don't. I think Terra is going to die. Critical Drive 7 says, with the whole thing with Sora's eyes looking green in some of the trailers, is Sora turning into a Xehanort or falling into darkness still a possibility? Or is that just the lighting at the time? I think it's just the lighting. I really do. I I know people were saying back when we first saw that, with Sora's eyes being, kind of greenish, especially in the Tangled world. People were theorizing that maybe, Sora is becoming a Xehanort. Maybe some part of Xehanort is still inside of Sora from the events of Dream Drop Distance. But no, I think it's just the lighting. I really do. I think it's just the lighting of that world, of that environment. I don't think Sora's turning to darkness. Red Bandit says, do you think Roxas will be a seeker of darkness? Well, see, when I first saw Roxas in the new trailer, and I saw that he was wearing an Organization 13 coat, that thought crossed my mind. It could be the case that Roxas does end up being a Seeker of Darkness, but I really hope not. Because to me, Roxas, maybe this is just part of where Roxas is actually my favorite character, and I just don't want to see him be Norded, but I don't know. To me, Roxas just seems like the type of, like, especially with how his relationship is with Xemnas, like Xemnas screwed Roxas over. Xemnas screwed Roxas over big time. And so to me, Roxas becoming a Xehanort, ever becoming a Xehanort, just seems so ridiculous. Because I think he has so much hate and animosity for Xemnas, and by extension, hate and animosity for Xehanort. I don't think I could ever see him becoming a Xehanort. But that being said, let me throw in this caveat. I thought it was impossible that Aqua could become a Xehanort. Like, I didn't think Aqua would ever become a Xehanort, but it happened. So I hope Roxas is not a Xehanort, but he could be a Xehanort. He very well could be. After we found out that Aqua had been Norded, I'll be honest with you, nothing seems impossible now. Nothing seems out of the realm of possibility when it comes to this series. Anyone could be a Xehanort. Anyone could be a Xehanort. So Roxas being a Xehanort could be possible. And also consider the fact that young Xehanort even admitted back in Dream Drop Distance, he told Riku, he said, Roxas was the ideal candidate for a Xehanort vessel. Roxas was the perfect candidate to be a Seeker of Darkness. If Roxas was a perfect candidate to be a Seeker of Darkness, you know, they may try and make him a Seeker of Darkness. And if you look in the trailers, Xemnas and Ansem, you know, Xemnas and Ansem Seeker of Darkness, they both told Sora, they said, we would love for nothing more than for Roxas to come back. So the Seekers of Darkness, they want Roxas to come back. They want him to return. Why? Well, the obvious answer would be they want to turn Roxas into a Xehanort. They want to make Roxas a Seeker of Darkness. So it's possible. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's certainly possible. Trying to see how to pronounce your name. Emma Reed? Emmon Reed? I'm going to say Emmon Reed. Okay, Emmon Reed. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. But Emmon Reed says, "Do you think Terra will get the body from Xehanort? Will get his body back from Xehanort at the final battle?" Like I said, I think Terra is going to die. I think Terra has been under Xehanorts, and think about this. Most of the other Xehanorts, they are not directly controlled by Master Xehanort's heart. They have a piece of Master Xehanort's heart inside of them. But Terra has been under the direct control of Master Xehanort's heart for 11 plus years. I think at this point, Terra's existence is probably so tied in with Master Xehanort that I think it's going to be impossible to separate Terra from Xehanort. And because of that, I think Terra is going to end up sacrificing himself to stop Xehanort. I can imagine a scenario where Sora is trying to save Terra, but Terra's like, you know what? No, forget it. Forget about me. I'm going to sacrifice myself. And when I sacrifice myself, that's going to create an opening in Xehanort's armor. That's going to create a weakness with Xehanort that you can exploit and you can take him out. And then Terra's going to sacrifice himself. That's going to create an opening that Sora needs to finish off Master Xehanort. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Terra's going to die. So no, I don't think Terra's going to get his body back. Critical Drive says, I would like to see Castle Oblivion or Land of Departure as a world. Hopefully, Vanitas' boss fight would be there. Opinions. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Castle Oblivion and Land of Departure, I think, has to be a world. And given that we've seen Vanitas in the Land of Departure, I think it's very likely that a Vanitas boss fight could happen in the Land of Departure. I also think we're probably going to get a boss fight with Vanitas in the Monsters Inc. world because Vanitas is in the Monsters Inc. world. So I think we are probably going to get a boss fight with him there. Obviously, we're not going to defeat Vanitas in the Monsters Inc. world. I think it's just going to be, a quick boss fight and, it'll be done. But I think like the main boss fight with Vanitas could very well happen in the Land of Departure. Absolutely. Probably, I would not be surprised if Sora actually teams up with Aqua and Ven to fight Vanitas in the Land of Departure. Like, Aqua is saved from Xehanort and Ventus wakes up and Sora teams up with Ventus and Aqua to fight Vanitas in the Land of Departure. I could see that happening. Rai Sora says, one last thing before I go. Do you think the Keyblade's Sora, so I will use it in the final battle? Do I think that Sora will use the Keyblade in the final battle? No. I think Master Xehanort's going to use the Keyblade, and I think Sora is going to find a brand new power to rival the Keyblade. Because Sora is described throughout the series as the key that connects everything. And I think that that's going to be manifested literally in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think all of these connections that Sora has made with people, because Xigbar even said in Dream Drop Distance, he said the thing that makes Sora strong is his connections to other people. So I think Sora is going to turn that into a literal power. All these connections that he has with other people, he's going to draw from their hearts, draw from their power, and that's going to empower him, and that's going to give him the power to rival Master Xehanort. That's what I think is going to happen. So no, I don't think Sora's going to get the Keyblade. I think the Keyblade is going to be Master Xehanort's power-up in Kingdom Hearts 3. Red Bandit says, I think Terra is going to sacrifice himself to kill Xehanort. Yeah, I think he's going to sacrifice himself to kill Xehanort too. I think Terra is going to be integral in defeating Xehanort. Emin Reed says, do you think Data Riku, what do you think Data Riku's role will be in Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, he's going to be the main Seeker of Darkness for the Big Hero 6 world. As for his larger role in the series, or his larger role in the game, could have something to do with the Data Twilight Town, possibly. Because we know that they're going to go back to the Data Twilight Town. We saw in the recent trailer, Sora, Donald, Goofy, Hayner, Pence, and Olette are all planning to go to the Data Twilight Town to try and bring back Roxas. So, because of that, we could see Data Riku possibly appear in the Data Twilight Town. That's very possible. All right, so this will be the last comment, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. Critical Drive 7 says, I think the Pirates world is going to be awesome, judging from the footage in the live stream. Also, Stormflag looks like an awesome transformation. Yes, I got to be honest with you. From everything I've seen so far, I think the Pirates of the Caribbean world is probably the world I'm looking forward to the most. At least when it comes to Disney worlds, because you get to control the Black Pearl. You get to go to all these different islands. You've got the boss fight with the Kraken. You've got all of this cool stuff that's happening. So yes, I think that the Pirates of the Caribbean world, I think that's going to be really, really fun. That is the world that I'm looking forward to the most in Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't wait to get to that world. And it'll probably be a later world in the game. It'll probably be a late game world, I would assume. But yeah, I can't wait to play it. I cannot wait to get to that world. All right, folks, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm starting to lose my voice. I got to work on that, especially if I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Anyways, like I said, one more time, let me go over it. My first Twitch live stream is going to be next Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. That is 1 hour before the time that we're currently at now, because I don't know what time zone you guys are in. For me, it's 11:01 a.m. But we're going to be streaming on Twitch next Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. my time. That is 1 hour earlier from now. So, and 15 minutes before we go live, 15 minutes before we start streaming on Twitch, which will be 9:45 a.m. my time, I will be putting up a video on YouTube reminding you guys of that next Friday. So, next Friday, 10 a.m., October 5th, we're going to be doing our first live stream on Twitch, probably streaming Kingdom Hearts, probably streaming Spider-Man as well. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you all for coming. I will see you next week. Have a good one. Peace out. And this is ZJ signing off.